my name is Cindy Latin from The Ride. My role in this 5-star production is as a performer, and today I'm going to do a tutorial in Pro Tools on automation. If you're unfamiliar with what automation is, it's pretty much getting to control a parameter or an effect and how much of it you're gonna be hearing at a certain time. So, well, it can work in a few ways, but as an example, volume, the most basic way. Volume is an easy one because it kind of comes built in. Each track in Pro Tools comes built with an automation lane. As you can see here, it's this little line with all these different little bumps kind of. So if I press this little arrow on my guitar track, that's panning actually. So I have panning, but if I wanted to just do volume, there's volume. So you see how the line is higher over here and a bit lower here? That means I wanted my guitar to be a little louder here than it is there, okay? And then with panning, I can move this track. So throughout time, like I wanted it a little bit more to the right at this point over here. And then, well, actually it's kind of right here, but I moved it even further to the right as it goes on. As you can see, this is like the left and this is the right. And, you know, you get to control that. So those are just a couple different things you can do. However, there are different parameters that, you know, the tracks don't come with the built-in lane for them, and let me see if I can show that. So if I go to this brass room, just as an example, let me just not select all of these at the same time. Okay, so if I go here, see it only shows volume, mute, and pan, and if you saw my guitar submix, there were a lot of different other ones. See all these? This is because you have to set this up manually. So on my guitar track, I have all these different effects. Like I've got a reverb, I've got a delay, another delay. I've got a lot of different effects that I'm using them as bus sends. They're not directly on the track. The ones that you do with the bus send, like as an example, I did the same thing here on the trumpet submix. Those it will also automatically create this lane for once I put these on as I send them there. However, the things that you insert directly on the track, it will not. So yeah, if you do a bus send, it will create a lane for you and you can, fix the parameters. So what you want to do is, so let's say this track, let's find one. Okay, this Barry sax track, okay? Make sure it's not selected, okay. So in the Barry sax track, let's say I want to put a delay. So I'll go here to my plugins, find a delay I like this one called Echo Boy. Okay, it's loading. All right, now Echo Boy is on. But let's say I only want to hear the delay for this in this beginning right here, and I don't want the delay anywhere else. It's just for this one moment as a special effect, okay? So what I would do is I'm in the plugin, and below this button Auto, I'm gonna click this little thing with all these little squares called Plugin Automation Enable. And now I get to pick which parameter of the plugin itself I want to have automation control over, because you can do a lot of different things with automation. It's not just on or off or loud or quiet. The pan, you can left or right. You can I could change the echo time. Let's say I want to keep the delay on the whole time, but I want to change how long the echo time is throughout the song. I could do that. But for now, we're just going to put bypass, add, and then okay, and that's it. Now, if I go to my automation lane, press the little arrow, I have the power to turn the bypass on and off for Echo Boy, which means I get to mute it. If the bypass is off, that means it's not muted. If the bypass is on, that means it is muted. It's kind of backwards. There'll be a part 2, but this is just where we start.